Hi all and welcome to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium tonight for this Australian Ice Hockey League clash between Newcastle North Stars and the Sydney Bears. Welcome.
Regulation. I mean, that's pretty consistent in anyone's language. The Bears, yes, they're really going to have to fight tonight. They're missing a couple of guys.
What's up, Steve? The guys are getting on the ice. We're going to be on the way in a few minutes for this AIHL game. And, well, besides what you mentioned, Matthew, what else are you looking forward to for tonight's game?
Well, Matt love watching him, but Hayden Sheard,
and right there at the net.
Correct, yeah, he worked really hard to get it, and then unfortunately he had a 2 and 10, I think, as well too. So he had lots of time to rest and think about it.
Yes, he did. He wasn't happy about it either.
No.
Well, the guys are on the ice.
Again, a fantastic crowd here in the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. The place looks packed. We're getting 3 or 4 deep here in the glass in front of us. And it looks like Rick West is taking the stripes tonight for us, Peter.
Every seat was sold this week, Steve. He started off good, and then he just became great. I mean, that's not surprising. He hasn't played a lot of hockey in the last few years. Really got his groove. I mean, this is a guy that's not an import anymore. He's married to an Aussie. They've got an AIHL game, and we're underway here with 15 minutes on the clock. Newcastle win that face-off. There's a pass tipped in by Woodrick, but Bears have possession. Doubling back is Hutterick. He sends a puck cross ice to Cooney, number 8. Now into the zone. Hutterick has it again. Takes a quick shot, and it is wide of the short side. Chipped out by the North Stars, and a forecheck. Gets the puck off the stick of Thomas Lander, who's making his return tonight after a couple of months off injured.
It's always exciting to see him out there. I mean, he's a dangerous player for any team that he plays.
Quick shot on net, and Camille Urena into the corner. Was a smart play to keep the play alive. Naden now around the boards, takes the hit. Excellent. Play kept alive. Banging bodies this third line, so quickly Petrie is shuffling his lines. Hartrick dangles, gets through a player. He undresses Rob Stark, but doesn't get a shot, doesn't beat the second.
With Bo Taylor being out and Luke Moffat going home, but with Woodrick and Swiston playing, and holy Bert Malloy as well, that's just brilliant.
Crazy depth, and it's not surprising of Urena, Rob Stark.
Bloke. Must have felt terrible in that swoosh before.
Yep, it was getting cool in here with all the fanning going on. Sheard gets a bit of a chop from Austin, keeps going. I think there's possession in their own zone. Breaking out up their left wing and pinched at the blue line, so good forecheck here by the Bears. Into the skates of Hayden Sheard. He chips it forward to Bowles. Chocolate making space. Shot by Bowles, and he scores. Just squeezing it by the right pad there.
I tell you what, I mean, the North Stars have tried that several times tonight, and that was the first one that actually came off. Bales was able to come around from the deep corner in front of the net because the Bears' defence have been allowing the North Stars to do it. Watini has done it. Swisson did it twice. Woodrick's done it. It's just, and it's the old story with percentages. Eventually, it's got to go in.
It's a scoring opportunity, and it has been given away a couple of times, and Brian Bales is a man who can finish them. Bears have possession. Bond. Boom! Two big fellas, Bond and Powell. It wasn't that big a collision in the end, but it would look good.
Oh, just the way the two of them bounced off each other.
Both off balance is the problem.
Really good pressure there by the North Stars. They've sort of got their cycling working out of the corners really well tonight, and they're putting the Bears under pressure. I'm not happy with the way the Bears are allowing the North Stars to come in, if I was a Bears supporter, because they're just putting way too much pressure on Durina. He's done a great job holding them out so far. There's only 1 goal.
Quick shot there by Malloy off the skates, but Urena up to the task with the left pad. Another mistake there by defence, this time carrying it out. Under pressure, and his pass bounces into the zone.
Roderick is just going, how did that not go in? I mean, the whole net opened up for him as that puck was slid across by Malloy. But again, the North Stars were able to gain control on this left-hand side of Farina to be able to come to the net and put pressure on him. The Bears are really going to have to be a lot tighter in regards to that. And one man doesn't make a team, but I'm sure they're waiting for Cameron Todd to turn up.
Bears won that face-off and streaking up the ice to Saxon Air up the left.
Defensive play hasn't been strong, which has allowed the offense of the North Stars, which is just so good, to have those opportunities and score. They're going to have to tighten up, otherwise this game's going to blow away from them.
We've been told Cameron Todd is coming, number 4. We haven't seen him yet. We heard he was late, so maybe a bit of traffic on the M1. In close, attempted Southwood short side stuff, and Watini, they're trying to tip on, actually tips it wide. Thomas Cooney there, digging in the corner. He's helped out by Lake Turner. Hamish Powell gets him in the sights and lines him up. Spence Austin noticed that. He was looking for a hit back. Southwood can't center it, so it's chipped out of the zone by number 90, Lee Turner. Watini, it's catching tonight. These guys have got holes in their sticks.
Just very, very unlucky. Then it was well set up coming into the zone. And again, the North Stars throwing a lot of players at the net and putting a lot of pressure on Drina. So he's going to have a long night if they don't start working a bit harder, the Bears, in their own zone and stop letting the North Stars have the opportunities that they have had.
Scott's lining tonight. He drops the puck on that one. The Bears win it. Steve Adams has it right now. He's going up the right wing. Nearly loses it to Swiston right at the blue line, which would have been a bit dangerous. Adams, though, keeps going with the play to help make up. And that shot is a little wide, so it's into the corner now off a deflection. Newcastle steal the puck.
Whoops. And
it's stolen back by Hartrick, who has a chance, thinking across between the circles. Quick shot by Schlamp is little just high and wide of the top corner. Kept in the zone by Hartrick. Tries to send it to Schlamp, but he's lost it to the North Stars players. Here comes Swiston with a burst of speed, taking it up the other wing. Drops it off for Safari's pinching in, and that's going right through to the other side, through the blue paint of Urena.
Yeah, 2 really good opportunities tonight for the Bears, and both of them have been shot over the net. They'll want to try and haven't had a lot of tonight, and the shot's over the net, not feeding it back to the guy in front of the net. They're going to have to be a little bit cleverer.
We're back underway. Quick shot on net. Gets through the defence, but not through Dane Davis, who turns it aside into the far corner. Matt Lindsay takes a bump.
Whoops.
Lost foot to boot. 2 Bear players in front, and a save by Davis. Beauty.
Brian Bales will be going up and patting him on the head and saying, "Thank you so much, sir." Oh, the poor old Bales. I mean, it's really very, very rarely would that ever happen. But he lost the puck then just in front of the net. And Davis, his reflexes are terrific now.
It's because Brian was telling me how he's going to compete in the puck control portion of the AIHL All-Stars competition. So he's got the commentator curse. Pat Naden with a bit of speed, and that's off the stick of Spence Austin and up into the netting.
Yeah, just hung on to the puck just a fraction too long then before he let it go. If he'd been able to shot just from the top of the face-off circle then when he was going into the zone, it probably would have given an opportunity then for Hayden Sheard, who was coming in hard through the middle. And that's the sort of thing you want to do. If you're going to work hard, you want to get an opportunity to get the puck.
We've got a whole team of mascots here tonight. We've got 3. And it's fun to see them all bopping together in the corner here. So Marty's the captain, though. They're all following Marty. So he's still the captain of the... we've got a player down. We've got a Bears player down. He's not very comfortable.
Medic Bruce Hunslow there having a look.
Yeah, he had a few people to look at last night with the game in Canberra. That one going to a shootout. North Stars behind a few times. Kept coming back. So even though it was a loss, I saw a lot of positives in that one, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think actually Bruce had 2 people who got hit with pucks he had to look after, and another poor fella, just a young fella, apparently just collapsed. And Bruce was there to help and assist and so on. So
he's had a bit to do this. So Bruce is a retired ambulance officer of many, many years. Gig for a long time. It was about to close down, and he noticed the ice hockey was here. And he saw an opportunity to continue volunteering that he loves to do, so we're lucky to have him here.
It was a great racetrack, you know. I went up there a couple of times. It was a great atmosphere, fantastic. Yes, I think there's still one at Parramatta, I think, down in Sydney, but we don't have one here in Newcastle anymore, and it's a real shame because it was a great night out.
I know my parents took me a few times there into motorsport and competed in different types of motorsport. Well, we've got the player down still, so he is getting up under his own steam right now, which is very positive.
Yeah, it is Lachlan McKenzie. And I tell you, he is a tough cookie. If he's down, I can tell you, he is hurt.
From where he was, and it was right at the blue line, so often you get a crowd there and get pinched off. And that might have been, I only saw it peripherally. But great to see him come off of his own accord, and he's going to get some help. We'll get back underway.
Well, the Bears don't have a huge bench tonight, so they're going to really want to make sure that he is.
There's not many white jerseys left.
That's right, available to come, and we're still waiting for Cameron Todd.
Back underway. Newcastle win that face-off. It's out to the point. Quick shot attempt by Dave Ferrari, but he couldn't get a lot of meat on that one. All mustard, no meat. Schlamp fires the puck across the hut chute.
It did reach the net, though, Peter.
It did reach the net. That was an improvement on the last one. So the last one was just an air sandwich. And that puck streaking down. It won't be icing. Matt Watini putting in the big strides on Paul Bont. Paul Bont gets it back. Makes a nice pass, but it's touched by Southwood, so it doesn't get cleanly to Hutchery. He tries to dangle, but can't get through the defence of Dave Ferrari. Matt Lindsay.
Thank you.
I can't see. I forgot the specs. I can't see numbers from this angle.
Matt Lindsay actually hit someone. It was fantastic. But the Bears really putting pressure on here.
Backhand attempt and grab. Wrong-sided for Davis, but he got it anyway.
Yeah, well, and again, the North Stars will be extremely happy with all the pressure that the Bears put on there. There was just a weak backhand shot that came out of it that Davis was able to cover up for quite easily. One of the things that the North Stars have struggled early in the season with was the defensive game in their own zone, but they've done a great job, and they look very, very, very good now.
Newcastle. Oh, nice pass right onto Bert Malloy's stick. Has he crossed the blue line? He waits, he loses the puck.
Well, Austin was just waiting for it. He knew he was going to try and do something a bit special.
Well, he only had two options. He didn't have much room, so he had to either carry it around with him or try and a very late pass to get it across. And Spence Austin guessed correctly. Puck bouncing down, accidentally hits Austin as he comes back to protect his net and drops to his feet, so it was a fortunate bounce. Puck slides down to Davis, who freezes the left in this first period.
Yeah, it's good to see for the Bears Charlie Fraser out there playing a shift as a forward as well too. And he hasn't had a lot of opportunities this year. Boy has played in the Newcastle organisation for quite some time now and really hasn't had a chance here in the North Stars, so he's gone and played for the Bears in Sydney. And as I said, it's just good seeing him getting the opportunity to play in the AIHL. It only benefits.
And players were swinging at it, not touching it, but it was a little bit off target, and instead, just to be sure, Davis tapped it away. Huttrick being watched by Ferrari, I think it is. Safar with just a strong push. He's not that big, but he's so strong. Through the screen, and a save by Davis, and picked up by the North Stars. They're away with a burst of speed. Swiston gets it away. Now on the outside, it's Malloy. Swiston held up a little there by Bond, who did a good job in defence. Malloy now has to get past Schlamp. He's a big body to get through. And they've lost it to Huttrick. They're a tied line. They'd already been out there for a while, and they go for a change. Now the Bears breaking out of their end. Paul Bond takes the right wing. Lee Turner just skating on, and that was pretty close to being 6 men on, and I think it's been... No, it hasn't been called.
No.
But
Michael Schlamp could have easily put his stick on that, and it would have stopped the...
he was wise enough not to.
Yeah. Like, it was close, but I don't know if he would have been called, Pete. I don't know if he would have been called.
Yeah. It was pretty close to a stick length away from his bench, so I guess that's why it was all right.
Yeah.
Naden to the point. Stopped. Fired by Lindsay, and a save by Irina. Give him no space. Spence Austin tries to hit Lee Turner, but it's just touched by one of the North Stars and goes wide of him. So therefore also no icing. Chipped off the boards and skating onto one of the North Stars. Here they come up the wing as Bales goes inside. Takes a shot, and it's off Urina's shoulder or arm and wide. That one's in close. Nearly in off the skate of Austin, but it's frozen or stopped by Urina. Cooney behind his net to Austin. Gets it to Esposito, who's narrowly avoids a big hit, pardon me, of Saxonair by Hayden Sheard that was coming, streaking in there. Bales. Spence Austin. Always willing to take a hit. Or give one, preferably. Hayden Sheard versus Thomas Cooney. He drops it off for Pat Naden, who taps, Bowser taps it behind him, and Naden now. And we've got...
I think we're going to see two boys going here. Cooney and Hayden Sheard were having a bit of a conversation in the corner, and
continued on from when they were battling in the corner.
Correct, exactly right. And what I really love about what the North Stars are doing tonight is the way that they cycled that puck in the corner and held possession and kept the Bears under pressure. And the Bears eventually had to make a mistake, which is what they've done. They ended up with a penalty. And lucky for the North Stars, Hayden Sheard was also caught up in that.
But it's testament that this is a youth line.
Yeah,
two guys who are just 19 who are troubling.
Absolutely.
The AIHL team.
Troubling the Bears tonight.
Hottrick has waved out. Schlemm probably could have got waved out too. And Joe says, no, it's my fault. Joe Mayer, the other linesman. So we've got three experienced stripes tonight. Oh, under the stick of Safar, and that one's off Woodrick on the second attempt. Safar had a good opportunity there when the puck just bounced in front of him after the face-off. He wasn't balanced. Oh, a nice Rama move through the circle. Stark stops it, unloads. It gets by Woodrick. Doesn't get by Swiston, who's currently patrolling. Face-off won by Woodrick. North Stars try to pick up man. They've lost it to the Bears. Quick shot of beauty. And it's straight by Lander and saved by Davison. The last few seconds of period one, there was a bit of a risky one.
I tell you, that was a good, as the season's been developing, because early in the season he was letting that fall in front of him, so we had an opportunity. But now his rebound control is so good, and he's just moving the puck away. So the North Stars really look good in that period. Speed, hustle, considering they played last night in Canberra, which is a bit of a gig to go down there and come back again, they are making the Bears at the moment not look good. And that's terrific. That is good.
That's by good play, good pressure. And as we said, all three lines are cycling and putting pressure on what we have pretty much just over two lines for the Bears, so they're waiting on Cameron Todd to arrive. But overall, North Stars carrying the play there. They also are leading 2-0, so we'll see you back in around 15 minutes for the second period.
Our goal here at NSA is to grow the game.
We don't just want to teach you to play hockey, we want to share the passion with you.
We'll equip you with the basic skills of skating, passing, stick handling, and shooting.
And then we build off that by teaching you to execute skills at high speeds, shooting off balance, and turning your shots into goals.
We have coaches from the globe that live and breathe ice hockey. Our coaching staff includes on-ice coaches,
My name's Trevor Linden. I'm president of hockey operations with the Vancouver Canucks. Grew up in the big town of Medicine Hat, Alberta. Played my minor hockey there. My next challenge was to play in the National Hockey League, and I've been out here ever since. Yeah, I think probably the most special travel story I'd have is...
It's a low percentage play, and it leaves the player at risk of being penalized, losing D side, or injuring themselves. When hitting an opponent high on the shoulders, you risk your hands making contact to their head, which may result in a penalty. Checking through your opponent's hands is the most effective way to separate the player from the puck. Targeting a player's shoulder can often lead to rolling off them and ultimately losing D side. When hitting an opponent high on the shoulder, even though you may be able to pin them, you leave their hands exposed, allowing them to make a play. As you can see, we eliminate the opponent's hands with our hip and lift their stick, resulting in successful separation of the player from the puck.
So there you have it. Just like skating, passing, and shooting, body checking is a skill.
And it can be taught. We look forward to working with you.
to Scary. Campbell calling for it at the point. The Scary holds on. Goes D to D. Hazelhurst, plenty of room. Takes the shot. And he scores! Oh! Laser from the point from Rob Hazelhurst.
Well, good things happen when you shoot. With Jamie Burke. Nice little pass. And it's a goal. So it's O'Kane who gets the opener for the Mustangs. They draw first blood.
As we see here, really, it came off Malloy's skate.
Beautiful backhand.
Welcome back, everyone, here for the second period here at Warners Bay Ice Skating Stadium. We've got the North Stars 2 leading the Sydney Bears 0.
Well, it's going to be a dangerous time for the Bears, Peter. I mean, they're playing 4-on-4 for another minute and 9 seconds with Hayden Sheard in the box, and I can't remember who it was for the Bears. But this is what the North Stars love playing.
Thomas Cooney was
that's
the
right.
other penalised man. 4-on-4. Here come the Bears into the zone. Dropped off, quick shot. And that looked a little dangerous here, but it was the outside of the netting. We saw the Brave was celebrating a goal last night, but it was in the outside of the netting. So some knew it wasn't in, and some thought it was. Certainly the crowd thought it was in. Lander hands it off to Hutchrick. This is a danger combination for Newcastle, these two. They're both accomplished scorers. And set-up men. Short side. Davis there stops it with the shoulder. Safar gets it to Bales. Dangles a little bit. Dangles some more. And can't beat the man on that one.
Lander, great job going down on one knee to block all the angles there for Bales, because Bales can put a puck in a small little 25 millimetre gap. So,
block shot there, very brave by Hutchrick on Safar, who can put a good shot away. And we're 5-on-5 as those two players return. Shot, and that's, well, he gets the pad on it there. He gets the pillows on it, just the toe. But I think it was going wide anyway of Davis. Hutchrick. Slick moves in the corner, but he loses the puck to Malloy. Malloy now up the right wing. Goes to the outside. He's got Woodrick with him. He gets a puck. Quick shot. And a save by Irina.
That was that danger period I was talking about, and the North Stars were able to, just at the end of that shift, be able to come with speed down into the Bears' zone, and great save there by Doreen, because that was a really nice shot.
Interesting line combos that Andrew Pitcher put out Brian Bales and kept Woodrick and Swiston for the next shift.
He does do that. He does do that a fair bit in the second period, just experiments a little bit, especially when he's got the luxury of a 2-0 lead as well too.
Matt Lindsay gets that puck away before Esposito comes in for a hit. Dave Ferrari now. Long pass. Gets it off the skate of Woodrick. Quick shot. And that's, I think he got a touch on it there, Irina. That one's gone right to him, and he stopped it and covered it up well.
Yeah, I think Dave Ferrari would be happy that the first period was finished. He's had an opportunity to come back now. And he's got a couple of really nice shots at the net, and that's really what we want to see from Dave Ferrari. I mean, when he's being offensive in his position, he can add a lot to the North Stars.
Yes, his two shots have basically quadrupled the distance his last two went. Certainly quadrupled the inertia.
Whoops.
Newcastle have it, but it's cut off by a streaking Bears player. I'm trying to pick out a number here. Michael Schlepp, number 11.
Stick when they're around your net. If they don't have a stick on the ice, they're not going to be able to score a goal. And they just didn't work hard enough for that.
Face off. Newcastle push it forward, so the Bears have possession. They're in the neutral zone, but lost the puck there to Brian Bales. Deft puck handler most of the time. Into the corner it goes. Pat Naden streaking in after it. Bears get control though, and they bounce off the far boards. And Rob Stark banks it off the cushion. And it's gone down to the corner pocket.
Yeah, unfortunately, again, when sometimes you do make those changes in the lines, like the North Stars did to start that period, you may not have the combination of 5 that has happened. And normally the import line plays with Safar and also Rob Stark. And being that they weren't for that period, some blokes may not have had the...
Shot by the Bears, deflected wide by Davis and picked up then by Safar. Hamish Powell takes it up the left wing.
Oh, yes, that had to be a penalty.
Just avoids the hit, and Bond there is going to get 2 minutes for it, and he's gone in to maybe get another one. Right?
Definitely a tripping penalty. There is absolutely no doubt about that at all, and I don't think Bond is going to complain at all as he goes over to the boards. And I'm glad that Hamish Powell was able to get up from it and skate away, because it could have been very, very nasty.
He got him in the knees, so he must have lifted himself up a little bit, so didn't bend his knees the wrong, hyperextend.
This is one thing the North Stars will be wanting to build on now. It's their special teams, certainly here on the power play.
Opportunities now for a power play. Safar has to take it to neutral ice as the puck went high and took him outside the line. Now it's in off the boards, and I think it's Swiston, yes. Chips it off the boards there for Bales. Bales can lose control, but he's got no pressure, so he gets it back. Malloy, Bales. Malloy, right-hander, waiting for the one-timer. Bales gets it again, takes it in close. Woodrick's now gone to the top of the circle. Coming in, quick shot through the screen, and a save by Urena. Swiston. I think versus Spencer there in the corner. Spencer Austin, quick shot, and it's wide by Woodrick. Safar, so quick to pick it up and skate across the line. And that's smothered by Camille Urena for a stop of play with 10:57 left in the second.
Urena was very lucky that he got away with that. It was a big shot there by the North Stars. It was way wide. And he came over to his crease, and the puck came out on the opposite side to him. But luckily for him, there was no North Star player there to be able to bury the puck. So he's just going to have to make smaller moves rather than those big moves if he doesn't want to get caught out of position.
Play continues, and that's straight into the bench. And hasn't killed anyone, fortunately. We've got a few volunteers there who had to duck very quickly. Bruce Hounslow might have had to patch himself up.
Yeah, the referee is over there having a look. I hope he didn't actually hit anyone. No, it's good.
It's Rob Dushman, that's who's over there. And the commissioner.
Oh, jeez.
So, nearly killed the boss. All Stars working in close to give and go. Woodrick trying to shake off the attack, the defense, pardon me. Another attempt to give and go, gets it so far. Quick shot. Pad save by Urena. Slapped out by the Bears, and down goes to Davis. He does a quick up. Safar doesn't get a good touch on it, but does get into the zone. Newcastle on the attack. Hands it off. Woodrick, quick shot. Saved by Urena, bounces way out though, and now it's chipped out and neutralised by the Bears.
Yeah, I do like the way the North Stars are getting good opportunities shooting the puck. Is one thing that they weren't doing early on the season in their power play, but now they're taking as many shots as they can. So that's where the goals are going to come from.
Woodrick powers into the zone after he had a good pinch there to keep his speed down. Touch attempt there. Swiston does get a touch on it, but he couldn't get it on target to the net. Quick shot, it's rebound, and then no.
They're saying no goal.
Celebrating.
They're saying no goal.
And deflected, or no, it was a penalty or something.
I think he's going to be giving a penalty to the Bears here for a delay of game because they've shot it over the glass.
So it wasn't a goal, and then they shot it over the glass immediately after to end a penalty.
Well, you would. You'd just be sort of, get rid of it, quick, anything.
Panic.
And the panic would have set in. And there's no doubt that they've deflected over the glass. Now we're just trying to sort out who was the culprit so they can come and enjoy 2 minutes in the penalty North Star Ice Skating Stadium's penalty box. And they're still talking about it. And it looks like they've worked out who it is. And it looks like Thomas Lander is going to go. So the North Stars get another opportunity on the power play. And they're sending their second unit out now, as the first unit had a lot of that first one. So it'll be interesting to see if they can work this one smoothly.
Rob Stark gets a stick on that, but can't stop it from squeezing across the blue line, so they do touch up. Matt Lindsay pauses and moves in, takes it deep. Tries a short side, scores!
Yes.
Beautiful pass, Matt Lindsay. Shane Southwood finishing it for the goal.
Southwood on the one-timer. And boy, oh boy, if the second unit's going to score goals with that amount of time, maybe they should be out more often.
Marty is dancing big time.
Oh,
He's loving
it.
that. And that was a beaut goal from 2 Aussies.
Southwood just did a terrific job there, just one-timing the puck, because frankly, being a righty, he was on the wrong side to be able to one-time it, but he just positioned his body perfectly to actually get the shot away. It was a really, really nice play.
and a magic pass. I have to give credit to Matt Lindsay for a fantastic pass. The two of them, timing was spot on, and that's what you need to do that sort of goal. Matt Watini takes in the zone, quick shot, and defence denied him the opportunity, and that puck goes all the way down the far end for Davis to stop it up. And Matt Lindsay has to deal with Adrian Esposito. Esposito, good pressure here.
Wow, that was pressure.
Old hand, he was playing for the Bears 10 years ago or more. Actually got to see him play in England.
Whoa.
I went to UK in 2009. He was playing for the Pitbulls in Bristol at the time. And I had a friend I met through international hockey who photographed that team. So I was on the bench, said hi to him, took some photos of that game.
Oh, good. One thing I am happy to see out there, Peter, is Lachlan McKenzie. Obviously, he's recovered from that injury that he suffered in the first period, and he's out there skating.
It's amazing to see a guy at 6'4" just dangle through players like that.
Yeah.
Woodrick can do it.
He has class.
He's got power and skill and speed. Quick snapshot, a wrist shot there. Just tried a couple of dangles, saw the goal and took a go. But off a shin pad and wide. 3-1 is the lead. 8:14 remains in the second period. Bears on the breakaway. Inside for Huttrick, and Schlamp tries to finish, but he just doesn't get enough redirection on it. It's in the corner now, and Safar will pick it up. It's off the skates of Woodrick. He gets a second chance. Calmly just moves it to the other side of Schlamp. Denies him the opportunity to touch it. Quick shot by Malloy, and it's wide of the net.
That shot. And it's a shot that unfortunately seems to be fading a little bit from the kid's arsenal today.
Well, yeah, he's got a real whip shot, and he fires it accurately and with great speed.
He's the leading scorer in the league.
And now he's the leading goal scorer. Now Luke has gone. So, yeah, he has a wicked wrist shot. You know, I don't know if I've really seen him use much more than a snapshot, let alone a slap shot here. Bales takes it up the left wing. Still got enough speed to get it by. Quick shot and save. And that's rebounded and picked up by the Bears. But a good scoring opportunity. And Newcastle have to go back hard. Matt Lindsay using the body to keep Turner on the outside, as he is allowed to do as long as he maintains his line. Hamish Powell gets a great pass there through traffic to Hayden Sheard and straight into the net. I think it's Hayden. Or is that Pat Naden?
Here we go again, and
now we come back again. So the Bears are on the counter. The guys got to get back quickly here to help out. Shot and a save and gobbled up. No rebound there from Dane Davis.
And the North Stars will say thank you very much for shooting that straight at Dane Davis so that he could get a face-off. That was just frantic action from end to end there, and it was looking like it was going to start advantaging the Bears. But luckily now, because of that shot, the North Stars get a chance to reset.
Bears win that face-off, but North Stars currently with the puck. Hartrick, though, puts pressure on Safar and gets the puck. Martini helping out. Schlamp carries it out. Safar bouncing out and chipped by Spence Austin and goes into the Bears bench.
This has probably been one of the better passages of play for the Bears since the game started, frankly. They've got a lot of speed, and they really look like they want to see some play there by Jason Chalker to take the stick away of Schlamp so he couldn't get it down to be able to take the pass from Harachik. So
he took his puck away.
Very clever, very clever.
Pass to Safar hits Woodrick, but he can't carry it through, and the stick hassles continue as Spence Austin loses that one in the corner.
But Malloy is saying,
deep, though.
Thank God you missed me with that one.
Yeah. Lachlan McKenzie, who's back on the ice after being injured in the first. Bump on Fraser by Charlie Fraser by Rob Stuck. These two probably know each other, both coach up here in Newcastle. Pass to Woodrick inside. Swiston tries to get to the far side for the finish by Malloy, but couldn't get on target. McKenzie again goes wide, waits. Touch on it there by Matt Lindsay is enough to redirect it from Esposito, who just gets a touch on it. Newcastle get the puck, Matt Lindsay in the corner. McKenzie trying to hit Nobody. He was cutting out his options, but he didn't go for the man. Swiston. Snapshot, wrist shot, pardon me, and Urena will hold it and roll with it to stop play.
Yeah, good play there by, again, the North Stars to come out of the zone as quickly as they did. They're breaking out very, very well tonight. They're good defensively. They're breaking out well. I mean, the game's looking complete. And this is really what they want it to be looking like, with the playoffs, of course, only 2 weekends away, down in Melbourne, where it'll all be on the line.
Ferrari can't cut that off, and now it's a foot race, but first to it is Matt Lindsay. Flying elbow there by Thomas Lander, and it still doesn't connect, and probably good for Lander because he probably would have got 2 minutes for it. Spence Austin tries the top corner, but misses it, and it goes right back to the Bears' end.
Look at the speed there from Hayden Shear. Just fantastic to
Well,
put the pressure on there so that Cunha made that mistake.
Well, it's not just that he has speed, it's that he's continuing to use it.
Correct.
Which is really what you want to see for young fellas.
Actually, since it was Cunha, it's probably why I did it.
Crosshairs. Bears have control right now. Here they go, cross ice, and onto the stick of Hutcherick, but he loses control, and Bales will chip it out off Naden's stick, but the Bears have possession. Now North Stars have possession. Bales takes it in. He'll dangle. You can guarantee it.
Just a terrific play there by Paul Bond for the Bears to take away the opportunity.
Well, they kind of know that Brian likes to dangle, so
absolutely.
they're looking for it. Pat Naden to Sheard. Now he goes up the left
3
wing.
on 1.
He's got Safar pinching in on the far post.
Matt Martini's done a really good job learning how to actually win face-offs, and especially in the offensive zone.
It could have been called for a hit from behind. I'm glad it wasn't, actually, because often when a player is just turning and the other player pulls out, I think it's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Like it wasn't dangerous because the a bit of respect there from the Bears player, seeing his opposition was in a vulnerable position. That puck is skipping down to Dane Davis, and he stops play with 1:49 left in the second period. 3-1 lead.
Yeah, at the moment, just the Bears seem to, after going through that really fantastic period where they were getting a lot of speed through the neutral zone and getting into the North Stars and putting them under pressure, they've now faded through this period. Obviously, fitness is an issue with them, as they didn't have a lot of guys on the bench, and we still haven't seen Cameron Todd turn up. So they're now just sort of relying on throwing the puck down the ice and hoping something happens in the face-off.
There's a waved out. That was Landon, so Schlamp takes the face-off. Safar gets the puck on the stick of Swiston. He gets his pass away to Bert Malloy. Centering, and it's gone to Hutcherick, who weaves back and forward, trying to shake off Jody Woodrick. And play will stop. I think it was just out of play, wasn't
It just went up into the roof. Yeah, that was a perfect example of what I was talking about just a minute ago there, with Spencer Austin having the wood on getting into the zone, but he let Malloy get there first, rather than actually working hard to be there first. So they want to try and get harder at this puck.
One-time attempt right into the gear there of Hutcherick, and that's going to hurt. Oh, pardon me,
it was Lander.
That's going to hurt. That one too high for Urena to glove. Woodrick working in the corner. Was it Swiston? No, it was Woodrick. Swiston with it now.
Yep.
Safar walks the blue line. Does that beautifully. So skillful. Puck is loose, and there's players and bodies and sticks everywhere. We don't know where the puck is.
I'm not sure what the whistle was for unless the net has moved. They don't seem to have needed to put it back into position.
I've seen a couple of guys that are really good at working the blue line, but none like Jan Safar.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
He starts moving before he gets the puck.
Just really classic.
So the way he cups the puck and walks along the blue line, and still gets his shot away, that instant move, and it means that defenders are in place to screen or to block a shot. He's getting around them so quickly and taking a shot.
Yeah, there's some really, really nice players in the North Stars this year. We've already talked about it. Woodrick with his wrist shot, Safar with his defensive play. They really are a class act this year.
It's gone past 2 players and bounced out for Rob Stark to collect. He had 2 on him, so he's fortunate to get that second attempt there to clear the puck. Now Safar again inside to
nice
Swiston
pass.
shot.
Oh,
And a great save by Camillerina.
what a save. Unbelievable, but well set up again. Really, really nice play there by the North Stars. Again, they've looked so sharp tonight. You would think in their second game in 2 days that sharpness may not be there, but tonight they're looking so good. Love being home in their own rink, obviously, and being up 3-1.
Newcastle chopping at this puck. It's all over. It's still going. And eventually they get it in. So that was chop, bounce, rebounds. And the other, where were the Bears' defence? They were watching it.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier before. You've got to take away the opponent's stick if you want to make sure that's going to happen. And there wasn't any Bears doing that. They were just chopping away at themselves. And you can't do that. You've got to take away the opposition's stick so they can't be in a dangerous position. And they didn't do it. And Swiston just said, thank you very much. I mean, it was great skill to knock it out of the air, as he did.
Terrible timing for the Bears, who were in 26 seconds left in this period too. So right at the end of the period is a danger time for teams.
Absolutely. But Swiston really worked hard to get that goal, and he deserved it.
I couldn't tell you he scored it because I think the whole team got to touch. So the assist list
Davis was down there having a go.
Yeah, he had enough time. Everyone's having a chop at it. Chipped out and down it goes to the far end. Just 3 seconds, so they're not going to stop time. That will be the period. So unfortunate end for the Bears there. They were doing all right. Got one back.
Well, again, that to me just led the way that period finished. It just spoke how the Bears have been playing the second half of that period. Just throw the puck down the ice and hope something happens. Really, they've got to get back to a good game, a good scheduled game with systems, which is the way they play. And when they're playing that way, they're dangerous. At the moment, a lot of one-off, throw the puck up, hope something. You can't play like that, especially when you're trying for a playoff spot. I mean, they've got to win this game. They've got to win it in regulation. And at the moment, they're obviously struggling, being down 4-1 with only 20 minutes to go. The North Stars look good.
Yeah, we saw they're under pressure around their own net. They need to collapse down, protect the box around the net. But players everywhere having a chop at it.
Well, they just don't seem to be working hard. And that surprises me because, again, they should be desperate, being they know that they've got to win this game tonight, otherwise season's finished. You would think you'd be just desperate, you know. So I'm a bit surprised that they're not showing that desperation on the ice.
Well, their chances do require Brave to lose to the Ice Dogs. So Ice Dogs are in a terrible spot at the moment. The shorter players, even more so than they have been before. So yes. I can understand that they do feel that they're not really a chance for the finals. But in any case, they have shown this at periods tonight that they can compete.
Oh, there's been moments.
And they have beaten the North Stars this year too.
Absolutely. There have been moments when they've looked really good. It's the old story though, Peter. Normally you can only play as well as your opposition allows you to play. And the North Stars have looked sharp tonight. As I said, I'm a bit surprised playing in Canberra last night and coming back and playing again tonight. But they have looked so sharp. They're coming out of the zone quickly. They're getting to the neutral zone quickly. They're putting offensive pressure in. And they're looking good around the net. What more do you want to do?
Well, we'll find out more when we come back for the third period. Around about 14 minutes' time here at Hunter Skating Stadium. The North Stars are leading the Sydney Bears 4-1.
After all the talk, it's here. It's finally here. The 2015 AIHL Final begins. 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 2015 AIH
What's in?
Oh,
and he
yes.
scores! Coast to coast.
Just beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, whoa!
Gore! North Stars coming in, shooting and scoring. With a chance to win the game. He can try to go. Oh, beautiful backhand.
In another 45 minutes, we'll be into a significant lightning advisory, and it looks heavy, so we might have diversions. So just be prepared. 11:16. Toronto's in a red alert.
We're making sure that they arrive at their final destination as promised.
Air Canada Flight Dispatch, Richard speaking. It becomes what's best operationally for all of our passengers. Landing safely is the paramount. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We want to send this flight to get to Vancouver to protect an Asia flight. We're looking at how is this impacting the passenger, and how can we minimize that impact. Perfect. Toronto's out of the red alert. 12:18. Looks like we're coming back, Marie. Flights are starting to come back in.
The 717 had 5 international connection as well.
We need that aircraft to go. It's a 787.
I'll look at it. I'll call the station first.
That's why we're here, That's why I like to come up with a solution, Whatever it takes, I'm going to get you there.
Air Canada wants to connect you to our amazing world. Using the hashtag #MakeAmazing, tell us where you'd go and why, and you could be on your way.
Hagen Hastings. HagenHastings.com.
To Clascari. Campbell calling for it at the point. Clascari holds on. Goes D to D. Hazelhurst, plenty of room. Takes the shot. And he scores! Oh! Laser from the point from Rob Hazelhurst.
Well, good things happen when you shoot. Counter. To Jamie Burke. Nice little pass. And it's a goal. So it's O'Kane who gets the opener for the Mustangs. They draw first blood.
As we see here, really, came off Malloy's skate.
Welcome back, everybody, for this third period AIHL game between the North Stars and the Bears. The North Stars are leading 4-1 with 20 minutes remaining on the clock for this final period. Steve, your thoughts?
And it's certainly the way the game has gone. The North Stars have definitely been a lot better team tonight. And I'm just a bit nervous for the Bears that they're not going to be able to compete in this period, and the North Stars could blow this away a little bit. So I hope they come out with a bit more fire in their belly and they really make it a great competitive game. We'll see.
We have a score from Melbourne. The Adrenaline have won that game in the shootout. So
over the Mustangs.
That's right. An exciting game for those two teams, but both, unfortunately, were from finals contention. Swiston, through traffic, can't get that puck on net, and Spence Hossen will scatter it out of the zone. Chips it up into the ceiling, and play stops.
I mean, isn't it funny? He did everything really well there, Austin. Really well. Busted out of his zone, came through the neutral zone with speed, and then shoots the puck up into the roof. You've got to feel sorry for some people sometimes.
I think I...
It hits you straight in the logo, so that's what you want if you're a goaltender. Perfect.
Yeah, get the superstitions aside immediately. Quick shot and straight into the player. And Hayden Shear goes straight off. Because that hurt.
That really hurt him. I think he may have got it in the hand.
Southwood through traffic. Chips it away from Esposito. And Matt Lindsay deals it to his teammate Dave Ferrari into the zone now. Players crossing across each other. And Uranus does the old round the world, grabs that puck out of nowhere.
Beautiful save, beautiful save. And it surprised me that Brian Bales lined up and let a slap shot go. How good is that? Normally it'd be dangle, 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 boom, over his shoulder. But let the slap shot go. Good on him. I always like it when Bales is shooting. It really makes... I know he's in his in the right frame of mind when he's shooting.
Dave Ferrari keeps it under control. Attempted touch there by Naden and Bales, but it just squeaks through past the far side of the net. Now Hutcherik takes it into the zone, waits, goes inside, but not quite on target or is interfered with, and the Bears couldn't carry it into the zone with speed. Ferrari and Schlamp. Ferrari making sure he keeps him on the outside of him. Behind the legs pass, doesn't hit target, and Dave Ferrari thought he had a...
he was away to the races.
An offensive chance there. Nice move of the Bears, and a great save by Josh Brockman on the back door.
Unbelievable.
That was a beaut save.
Brockman, what a beauty. The Bears really set that up well, and they'll be disappointed they didn't score, actually.
The timing was great. It was almost like the goal we had before with Southwood and Matt.
Just beautiful setup. But Brockman saying, thank you very much. I'm in the game, and I'm going to show you how much I...
Thomas Lander goes around and behind Rob Stark. In close and a save by Brockman on the shot side. Another great save by Brockman.
He just stayed there.
Another shot and a save with the pads.
Wow, that was huge.
That was a beautiful slap shot right from the top, right from downtown.
If there's one thing I do like about Thomas Lander is just that when he's on the ice, you never know what's going to happen. He just looks so dangerous all the time.
Good to see Rick West has really put the whistle away then. I mean, Hamish copped a good one on the back, but yeah, it wasn't outrageous. Quick shot in close, a wraparound attempt and stopped by Arena.
Yeah, good job there by Arena. Again, he was square to the shot. One had already gone in like that earlier in the game, the first goal of the game, and he was aware of this time and he made sure he set himself positionally for it and was able to get it. But again, the North Stars are looking ominous. They're looking very dangerous in the offensive zone.
Well, you know you've done well when the opposition players compliment you, and I just saw Bert Malloy say, well done, mate, to Mr. Arena.
Yep.
Woodrick versus Esposito. Esposito won that, but it was a winger win for Newcastle. They have control. Woodrick along the boards. Behind him to Malloy. Pardon me, that was Swiston because Woodrick is down below the red line, and that puck is bouncing down. Rob Stark gets to it first. Skiing onto it is Safar. And he doubles back. I think it's on Steve Adams, or is it Thomas Cooney down there?
Adams is in front here.
Woodrick in close.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it home.
Wow.
A power move. The
Just
beautiful moving close.
Drove from the corner in front of the net. There was no Bears who were going to be able to stop the speed and strength that Woodrick showed just then to come in front of the net and just jam the puck away. Just a great power goal from a power forward.
Bertuzzi, that was a player I was thinking of. That was something Bertuzzi used to do in his heyday about 10, 12 years ago. He would just come in, swoop down low and slow, and drive the net and force his way to the net.
This Woodrick was in control the whole time. You could see as he was coming down. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. And he did it. It was just terrific.
That's what stood out for me for this year for the North Stars. Have been a bit more creative. Some of the attack was pretty predictable for the last couple of years for the North Stars. They would come in, get across the blue line, and try and pass the inside. It was almost always away.
Yep.
But much more creative this year. And maybe that's partly because of Luke Moffat's influence. But although not that Jordy Woodrick's
confidence builds creativity, and certainly the North Stars have got a lot more confident team this year because they are so much better a team this year than what they have been. Just all over the park. I mean, the addition of Southwood, the addition of Malloy. I mean, there's been some really great local players as well as the imports who have come here.
While we're talking, the Bears having a great shift here. Lots of pressure down low. It's another slap shot, and that's into another player, and Pat Naden is jumping around on that one. And another attempt, so the Bears are having a beauty. They needed this a bit earlier.
Well, it's just so good that the North Star players are throwing their bodies on the line. They don't really need to, but they are. They want this game badly.
Two of our young players have taken hard hits, but here's Pat Naden skating hard now. After taking that puck, he moves inside. Quick shot, and it's off a stick and goes a little high. Chipped in by Southwood, and it gets past Bales, who couldn't get to it with Rick West standing there. Just bad timing. Lander up the middle. Tries to hands it off, but he can't get it past the defence.
Oh, good pickup.
Jan Safar has seen that move before. He's taking in. He's going to play a bit of forward here. Quick shot, and the rebound sent way out wide by Camille Urena.
Now, Southwood did a great job taking away the neutral zone.
To go in Penrith. They put a lot of goals on Josh Brokeman. And they also handled Woodrick and Luke Moffat very well. So this is a team that has proven they are capable of beating the North Stars because they have. Newcastle trying to break out. Good forecheck from the Bears, from the young fellas out here. Have not given up and working very hard. Lachlan McKenzie's one of those in the corner. Southwood pinched off the puck. And they can't get out of the zone still. Chalker there couldn't get it past Bond. They get it out now, but Adams has a chance to move it back in.
Yeah, when they're looking for each other, they look great, the North Stars. When they're just trying to chip it out of the zone, that's when they struggle.
Well, this isn't their best passenger play for a while. Schlamp. Quick shot. Saved by Brockman. Gets the rebound.
Yeah, and Matt Lindsay will be saying thanks, Josh, and giving him a pat on the back there. Because he managed to lose the puck in the neutral zone, and you don't lose it to Michael Schlamp. It's the wrong guy to lose it to. But Josh came up again big. He's a good goalie, Josh Brockman. I mean, he's always square to the puck. Obviously, sometimes they'll get shots on him. That happen to any goaltender. But, I mean, he has really great potential to be something really big here in the league.
Spence Austin winds up for a slap shot, but it's deflected wide. Bears now working behind the red line. Get it out to the point. Kept in the zone there. A quick turn and shot by Cooney. Austin waiting for a one-timer, but instead it's sent into the corner for Hutchery. Schlamp, Beaver Tappy, coming in between the circles and instead moves out again. Keeps on moving. He gets a chance, gets a puck, but falls and can't finish the play. Now the North Stars on the rush. Here they come into the zone. Lots of interference there on Pat Naden, but great defence there by Thomas Lander.
Holy smoly. Did you see this
and
speed?
It was, by interference, it was legal. He was all over him in the right way to prevent a goal. Shot by Bowles as he spins and fires, but no problem there for Urena. Behind the net now, and Pat Naden still going. Such a good player this year at only 19. Chipped in the zone, they're going for a change.
Thomas Lander. As I said, every time he's around the puck, just something's happening. The way he back-checked that, the way he made that effort to get back, you would not think that they were down 7-2 in this game.
Lee Turner can't put a move there on Rob Stark. He loses the puck. Newcastle under the zone. Here's Swissam with some space. Takes a shot off the post. Just a couple inches in it there. He's lost it to Lee Turner. Lee Turner now up the right wing. Rob Stark hangs the stick out behind him and does make contact and knock it off his stick. Woodrick skates past and Lee Turner will steal the puck. Centering goes right through to the other side and picked up by Newcastle. But the pass is errant. Never mind. It's tipped and goes to Malloy. Quick shot and a glove save by Camille Urena.
Yeah, good save there. Again, puck came very close to him. He was able to snaffle that up without any problem whatsoever. But the North Stars looked a little bit fragile in the defensive zone there. Again, not really looking for each other, just trying to get the puck out of the zone. When they look for each other and give each other support, they just look such a great hockey team.
Face off. Newcastle 5-1 on net, and Spence Austin knocks it down. Cooney drops at it, and it's deflected up into the netting. We'll have another stop of play.
Yeah, I think...
Good game in Adelaide, pardon me.
Unlucky, again over the top of the net.
He had plenty of space. He had no one on him.
Too many passes there.
Hartrick with some speed. Goes up the left wing, moves inside. But he's got 3 blue jerseys between him and the net. Martini chips it forward. Can't hit the stick of Chalker. Bond instead gets it to Mike Schlamp, who spins and builds up speed. They take it into the zone. Hartrick on the left. Stenners. And defensive stick makes a save and a chance in close, and it's just gone wide.
I'll tell you, I don't know how Thomas Lander missed that. I mean, that was straight in the net.
Right in front of the net. Quick shot through the screen and a save made there by Josh Broken.
Here we go.
Newcastle bring it in. This is Hamish Powell. He fires it into the shin pads of Adams.
Probably not the best shot he ever took in his
No,
life.
he's trying to get it across to Pat Naden, who's coming in to support him. Into the zone now. Safar will take a shot. Dangles. The late push, but Narina caught it.
Yeah, Brian Bale's coming in hard then. A couple of nice little moves. And so
The wrong player. It was 42, not 24.
He just tried to feed it just under Jarina, but he was able to stand there and take it without any problem. We haven't seen Hayden Sheard come back on the ice, so I'm assuming that he must be actually injured from blocking that shot.
Icing that foot or ankle. He's probably got the big one.
It looked like it got him on the wrist. Pat Naden said, oh, that was a lob shot. Pat Naden said he took one in the ankle, and he's come back, and he's doing a great job out there. But Hayden must have hurt his wrist.
Well, that's will be a big blow for the North Stars. Hayden is playing excellent. And that's up into the ceiling, which will stop play.
And certainly the last thing you want, just 2 weeks out from the playoffs, is anybody injured. It's really, really important that everyone stays healthy. So that you can do your best, obviously, because there's 2 game finals, 1 game semi, 1 game grand final. You never know what's going to happen.
There's a crush in, and the net's off, so there won't be any goal when the net's off.
Again, so clever there by Brian Bales. He saw Hamish Powell in front of the net, and Hamish had his stick on the ice, so he just tried to feed it through there so that all Hamish had to do was bang it, and it would have gone straight in the net. So he tried so hard, and Brian Bales is just talking to Naden now, just saying, keep your hands low on your stick so you can get a good shot away.
Waiting for Urena to get his gear organised after going down the dog pile there. Safar at the blue line. Gets it through the screen, and Urena pushes it aside with the blocker. Pat Naden drops it off for Hamish Powell.
Oh, we got a penalty.
Hamish Powell there drew a penalty from Spence Austin. Safar, we've got a man advantage. Fight on net, and that's gone off the players and right through to the other side. Stark to Powell. Newcastle still has control, but he's blown the whistle request. It disappeared in between some legs.
Yeah, definitely a holding call. That was certainly the right call to be made. I noticed that Sheard is on the North Star bench with some ice on his wrist, so obviously he's still dressed, but I guess that's, if they need someone to skate over to sit for a penalty or something, at least he can move over and do so, but I don't think, he certainly won't be taking any more part in this game. And hopefully that wrist isn't too badly hurt. And it just needs some ice and nothing else.
Face off to the right of the arena. Newcastle win that. Woodrick gets it to Bales. To Shafar. Quick shot saved by Arena down low. Great save. And he stops the puck.
Again, the North Stars are playing this 1-3-1 just perfectly. Bales out here on this side or the other side. Doesn't matter for him. But Woodrick is right in the middle, planted himself and just waiting for the puck, which is the perfect way to play it. Swinson down low. Woodrick up high. And just try and get the puck to him in the slot. So just really, really good systems here for this power play.
Newcastle have control of the face-off. Bales. It's a Shafar one-timer. Tipped on net by the Bears.
Poor old Malloy.
And
broke his stick.
pardon me, it was Rob Malloy. He's had to get a new twig. The other one just snapped in his hands on that slap shot. Back in position. How's this new one? Works for backhand. One-timer. Scores! Garrett Shafar with a beauty one-timer.
Great vision there by the North Stars to see that. And even better shooting by Shafar to actually drill that about roughly 300 mil off the ice, exactly where you want it to be, so it's just over the goaltender's pad. And straight classic setup. Really, really well done. And it looks like the North Stars power play is starting to click. And that's, again, perfect timing. I need it. They'll need it going into these playoffs.
Dan's troop are entertaining the crowd and have had plenty of work tonight. Lots of workouts with 8 home goals.
Well, the North Stars have looked so good on the puck tonight. Again, a couple of times defensively, they may not have been as strong as they would want to be, but certainly offensively, getting through the neutral zone and attacking, they've really done a great job.
Puck is loose around Brockman, but he's frozen the puck. Bears throw on the counter, so there's still got plenty of heart in it.
Yeah, and it's good to see, because I mean, it'd be so easy just to throw your hands in the air, forget it, let's go hop in the car and go home. But they're really struggling here. They want to try and get another goal or two, and why not? It's a great way to finish the season if you can do that.
Newcastle getting a bit creative. Latini can't get past the hip check of Paul Bond. The puck, though, goes to a North Stars player, and they're into the zone. Foot race on. Won by Adams. Sends it behind him and gets it past the air. So Newcastle will keep it in the zone. Ferrari. Slap shot. Hits the top of the stick and ends up a knuckle puck way over the top of
Poor
the
old
arena.
Dave. Poor old Dave. We'll have a laugh about this at the pub after the game, but gee whiz.
Matt Watini's got a hole in his stick too. That's twice his fan on it tonight. It means that they're looking at the target.
Absolutely.
They're not looking at the stick, but they're also going to hit the puck, or it doesn't matter.
Oh, good call there by Powell. Tell Chalker to put the puck forward so he could skate onto it.
And he did well to it, Jason Chalker, under a lot of pressure. Quick shot attempt there by Patton Aiden, just wide of the near post. Under 3 minutes remaining. 8-2 is the score, and that's up into the netting. Is that a delay of game?
Well, it'll be interesting to see if
stop
they
the play.
say...
Because Joe Meyer was pointing and nodding.
No, it's all right. They're saying it. No, it came off the North Star, so...
Bears don't need that. So I believe we have our 4 teams, Steve.
No, I think it's pretty lock solid right now.
So it really only matter if the Brave can beat the Thunder, I think, for a position, but I don't think that's possible after last night. I'll have to check. But yeah, it seems very likely, if not guaranteed, the North Stars will play the CBR Brave on that first night of the AIHL Finals in Melbourne.
There's no doubt the Bears are a little bit cranky here because we called an icing call and brought it all the way back when it's pretty obvious that Schlamp was the first one to the puck. But our referee has decided that his linesman got it right, and that's why the face-off is down here in the zone. The Bears would do best just to not worry about it and just get focused on their game. They're not going to change their decision.
And they're arguing amongst each other a bit right now. And the Bears are a bit concerned that Spence Austin was taking the taking the face-off, and Pat Naden nearly scored there, being in the right position right there in the circle. But his shot was a little wide.
And it was a good shot from Naden as well, too. You don't get many opportunities in this game, so if you can, you let it rip. And you did a good job there, and just a shame it was just a touch wide.
Chance for the Bears. It's between his legs, though. Hartrick loses the puck, and North Stars are on the counter. Is that Matt Lindsay? It is.
Yeah.
Down low, playing a bit of forward. He's done that before. He had to play forward for a season or so for Newcastle when we had so many defence. He had nowhere to go.
Whoops. That's a two-man breakaway.
Powell's giving away a two-man breakaway into the zone. Schlamp. Saved by Brockman.
Well
Rebound
done,
is still
Brockman.
hanging there, and players are fighting for it. And like seagulls on a chip. But the blue jerseys are won eventually. Another shot by Lander, and it's saved and chipped out by the North Stars. So great work by the North Stars D. And a good initial save by Brockman.
Powell would not be happy about that, giving away
Yes, that was
a
a
two-man
shocker.
breakaway. And certainly he and Josh Brockman are great friends, so they'll certainly be talking about that and having a bit of a laugh
I'm sure
after the game.
Mike Schlamp is a little annoyed with himself too. He had a good chance to finish that one.
Well, see, again, the problem is they're in their heads about the referee and the decision and the linesman and the icing and it rather than worry about the game.
Swiston tries to dangle around Paul Bond, but instead gives up the puck, and Lee Turner's on the counter-attack. Rob Stark stopping him from driving the net. And Newcastle now on the breakout into the zone with numbers. 3-on-1. Woodrick, backhand, saved by Urina. And chipped out of the zone by the Bears. 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, it was well crafted again by the North Stars. Great passing, fantastic timing, everything. Just that Urina was too good that time. Took it away from them.
Off the head. Gets the Falcon. Beautiful work. Esposito got a touch on it. And Safar off the helmet.
Whoops, it could be another breakaway.
Another chance for Slamp.
Well done, Rob Stark.
Rob Stark's magic stick appears out of nowhere like Harry Potter's wand. Well, that's Hamish Powell, isn't it?
That's right, Hamish Powell's wand, yeah.
Hamish Powell's wonderful wand as he skates down the ice. Final countdown, 22 and a half seconds remains in this game. It's an 8-2 lead for the North Stars.
And that's the North Stars have been so dominant tonight. Really, everything has worked well for them. The power play, the penalty kill, their offensive play. I mean, the defensive play for most of the game has been outstanding. So really, Coach Petrie would be extremely happy with his performance tonight, especially coming off the performance last night playing against Canberra in Canberra. And having this enthusiasm still is just terrific.
But Malloy has the puck. The final 20 seconds. Austin keeping him on the outside. Goes right across for Safar. And he goes right through again to the other side. Malloy. Woodrick in close. Goes behind the net. 5 seconds. Quick shot and a save, and that's out. And that'll be it. No time for Swiston. 8-2 win. The North Stars do it. A big win here tonight. Minor Premiers and more.
And more. And they just did it so comfortably tonight against a really good Bears team this year. I mean, certainly they were missing Cameron Todd, who didn't quite make it up the highway to join his teammates tonight. But, I mean, they really tried hard, but just too much class on the North Stars. Again, team normally plays as well as the other team allows you to play, and the North Stars were just too good tonight. Strong, fast, quick, did everything well. But what is really pleasing, I'm sure, for them is their offense is definitely on fire. They are scoring goals easily.
And it's good time, too.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yeah, and we're not sure how much preparation the Dogs game will give us next week. Hopefully they come up with a full squad and competitive. I'd be happy if they beat the North Stars, honestly, because it would be good preparation for the finals.
No, certainly North Stars did everything well tonight, and they really, really did a good job, and they deserve the win. So looking forward to the last game next week, Pete. We'll see as we lead into the playoffs.
Yeah, I did mention, talked to Gary earlier, that this is the highest amount of points the North Stars ever gained in a season.
Fantastic.
Previously it was 57. We now have 60. So can't beat the Ice's record of 65, but still it's a great season winning. Getting the minor premiership with 60 points, still a game to go.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant season. And they've done well. The depth in the team has been terrific all year. They've done such a great job just powering their way through the season. So it's been a real pleasure.
One more game remains for us. That's against the Ice Dogs next week, next Sunday. We'll see you then.